Okay, so it's been a year now since I've had my Steam Deck, and I figured I'd share some of my favorite games I played on my Steam Deck. Just FYI, I have a 512 terabyte OLED Steam Deck. And this was personally customized by my husband. You got Beemo on the back, you got Finn, and then you got Jake. My favorite part is, I don't know if you guys can see, but when I turn it off, you got Beemo on it. Okay, so the first game is Nine Souls. I honestly do not have any complaints about Nine Souls. It's just a perfect game. From the fighting, the story, the character building, the art, the colors, the movement. I feel like it's a perfect game to play on the Steam Deck, especially because of the OLED screen. Yeah, I have no complaints about that game. I highly recommend you play Nine Souls. It's really good. Second, we got Ghost of Tsushima. This is the type of game I usually play on the PlayStation or I play on my PC. But I'm glad I played it on the handheld. Every time when I'm not fighting, I'm always amazed at the scenery. I literally just sit there and just look at how detailed everything. Again, with the OLED screen, it looks amazing on the OLED screen. The combat is really fun too. I really like the blue missions, but the side missions are kind of repetitive sometimes. Well, I would say most of the time. It's mostly repetitive. That's like the only complaint. And I think I had like one time where it crashed, but that was like a rare moment out of the whole time of me playing it. But yeah, really solid game. I love the outfits in the game, specifically the blue outfit. I think I'm gonna show on B-roll the blue outfit. It's my favorite outfit. That hat is clean. Then moving over to emulation, I recommend Gears of War 2. I also recommend using a USB hub. For some reason, it was more fun playing on my controller than it was playing with the Steam Deck controller. It just felt a bit wonky. Probably because it's an older game. But yeah, I just recommend you play with a controller. I think I heard my father-in-law talk about the Gears of War. I think that was one of his favorite games, and I think he had an Xbox 3, like a Gears of War Xbox 360. And I was hearing some other people talk about Gears of War, so I gave it a try, and I'm glad I did. I love the story. I tried to play Gears of War 1. I didn't like the controls. It's an older game, but I just didn't like how wonky it is. I might come back to it because they made a remaster of the first Gears of War, so I might play that instead. But Gears of War 2 was just fun. The fighting can get a little repetitive, and it did kind of get dragged on, but like from the shooting, the sets, I really like the area where you had to fight like it's like an AI type of TV thing, and it was like people, I think these creatures popping out of tubes. That was my favorite area. And also because the main character voices Jake, because I've only heard him in Adventure Time. I haven't really heard him in other stuff that I know of. I know he plays a lot of people that I gotta look back on, but to see him more of a serious role, I thought that was really cool. Also, when I tried to do B-roll for Gears of War 2, my game started tweaking for some reason as I was like hitting the trigger button to start shooting, but I couldn't see anything else around it. There might be issues when you try to emulate this game, and sometimes there will be like distracting things going on with the screen, maybe on the characters' faces. I don't know if I'm going to show it on the screen. I also play this on my PC, so I'll try to show what I'm talking about. There's like their faces are moving, so there's like different like problems that you'll have with this game, or at least that I've had with this game, just letting you know before you emulate it. But other than the distracting stuff, it still is really a good game. Yeah, I just fell in love with the franchise. I've only played Gears of War 2. I heard that Gears of War 3 was bad, but I'm gonna give all the other Gears of War a try. But Gears of War 2, all I gotta say, it was fun. Next one would be Yoshi's Island. But if Nintendo is watching, I'm talking about the Switch 2. Just the Switch 2. I'm talking about Yoshi's Island on the Switch 2. Lately I've been like in emulation a bit more, trying to play like older games to see either the hype or what people are talking about. So that was a game that I was hearing people talk about, and I was like, I gotta play this game. Even from the intro, I just fell in love with the art style and the music. A lot of the music, I noticed that some of the YouTubers that I grew up watching, they used that music, so a lot of it was familiar. I was a bit surprised because with older games, you never know if the gameplay is gonna be wonky. I don't mind the gameplay of Yoshi's Island. I have to get further in the game, but so far where I'm at, I'm having so much fun. Another game would be Metal Slug. Now, Metal Slug, I used to play when I was younger. I used to play it on my PSP, which I actually still have. Boom. Boom. I also still have some of the games that I used to play. I don't know if you can see. Got God of War, and then I got, what is this, Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Heroes. But yeah, I used to play Metal Slug on, my dad got me a SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1. This Metal Slug that's on this game is called the Super Vehicle 001 Metal Slug. But the one on my Steam Deck is the Metal Slug Anthology. When I was little, I didn't know that there were different types of Metal Slug games. I just played that one on this disc. So I've been playing some Metal Slug just for nostalgia purposes. Might play the other Metal Slug games as well. That's just a personal thing. Another nostalgia game that I like to play on here is Sonic Sega All-Star Racing. That was another thing that brought like so many memories. I don't remember it being this blurry, and the gameplay is also wonky, but I genuinely don't care. One of my favorite maps was that map with the confetti. And then also the music is really good. I think one of the songs, I think it's called Fly Like a Butterfly. That song is my favorite song in that whole entire game. I think the people who made the music for Jet Set Radio made that song, but I'm not sure. Do your research, but I love that song. If you think about getting a Steam Deck, I would say go for it. It's a really good portable device. It's not sponsored. I'm just letting you know from experience. It's not like a Lenovo where it's like a PC handheld. It can't run like super heavy games like Call of Duty, but if it can run Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, it's a good in between, and it's lighter than a Lenovo if we're comparing it to the Lenovo. But yeah, comment what games you guys like to play on the Steam Deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and peace.